Jack Draper's impactful warning to Carlos Alcaraz. The British player, currently experiencing the best moment of his career, sends a clear message to the defending champion ahead of their semi-final clash in Indian Wells. If I bring my game to the court, I can beat anyone. Draper steps up against one of the tournament's biggest favorites with confidence and determination. Is this the start of a new rivalry? Could Draper become the unexpected obstacle in Alcaraz's quest for a third title in tennis paradise? Stay tuned, this clash promises fireworks. Jack Draper is living a dream he doesn't want to wake up from. At just 22, he's reached his first ever Masters 1000 semi-final, and he's done it by beating big names like Ben Shelton in a grueling match he closed out 6-4, 7-5. But beyond the result, what impresses most is his maturity. Draper isn't just playing his best tennis, he's building self-belief and proving he can compete with the best in the world, including Carlos Alcaraz. Ever since he won his first ATP title in Vienna, Draper has had a mindset shift. He reached the final of the ATP 500 in Doha, losing to Rublev, but gained key experience to keep growing. His game, beyond his powerful serve, has evolved. He's more complete, more versatile, and now has the mindset of a top player. My tennis has been improving all the time. I'm getting more and more wins against the best players in the world, he said after beating Shelton. Now comes a massive challenge, Carlos Alcaraz, the world number 3 and defending champion at Indian Wells. But instead of being intimidated, Draper looks excited. I don't think too much about it being a Masters 1000 semi-final. I just focus on training, eating, playing Monopoly, and preparing for the next match, he said with a calmness that's almost unnerving. That ability to stay relaxed and pressure-free is allowing him to enjoy the process, and that makes him even more dangerous. But the most powerful part came later. Draper, who's shown great respect for Alcaraz, he's a great champion, doing incredible things in tennis, delivered a quote that didn't go unnoticed. If I bring my game to the court and do the right things, honestly, I can beat anyone. That's the warning. Not arrogant, not provocative, just pure conviction. The Brit believes in his level and is ready to prove it against one of the world's best. For Draper, this is a key moment in his career. He's where he dreamed of being as a kid, deep in tournaments, facing top players, and feeling like he's not far from that top 10 goal. This whole journey is very exciting. I'm living my dream, he said. But living the dream doesn't mean falling asleep. Draper knows this is a golden opportunity, and he's ready to make it count. So, what do you think? Can Jack Draper actually pull off the upset and eliminate Alcaraz at Indian Wells? Or will Carlitos once again prove too strong? Let us know in the comments, and if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a moment of the best tennis in the world. While Draper comes in full of confidence, Alcaraz is also finding his best form of the year. He just took down Grigor Dimitrov, who had beaten him in their last 2 meetings, doing so with authority, tactical brilliance, and a calmness that brought back memories of Grand Slam winning Alcaraz. He now has 15 straight wins at Indian Wells, where he hasn't lost since 2022. This tournament is his playground, and he's proving it once again. But this won't be an easy match. Draper has a tricky profile, left-handed, powerful serve, heavy forehand, and increasingly good movement. He's the kind of opponent who puts pressure from the first point, takes risks, and doesn't shrink under big moments. Alcaraz will need to be sharp right from the start. Draper won't give away anything for free. As the Brit himself said, if I give 100%, I'm at peace, that's all I can do. And we've already seen that his 100% can be incredibly high level. What stands out most in Draper's words is the mix of humility and determination. He doesn't place himself above anyone, but he doesn't see himself below, either. He knows that margins at this level are razor thin, and small details, like guessing the direction of a serve or being in the right spot for a return, can decide matches. That's why he and his team focus on every adjustment, every tactical decision that might give him the slightest edge. Alcaraz, on his part, has shown he thrives in these kinds of challenges, playing new opponents, in big matches, with that extra dose of tension that makes the match feel special. He's said many times that he feels at home in Indian Wells, and it shows in his game, loose, creative, and with that contagious energy that gets the crowd going. But this time, across the net, he'll face a hungry player, on the rise, with nothing to lose. This Alcaraz vs Draper duel is more than just a semi-final, it's a generational clash between two young, ambitious players with very different styles. On one side, Carlitos' explosive and versatile game, on the other, the Brit's power and icy focus. A contrast that could deliver one of the best matches of the tournament. And whatever happens, one thing is clear, Draper has already taken a big step forward in his career. And he's not looking back. Carlos Alcaraz advanced to the semifinals in Indian Wells, but this time he did it without fireworks. His win over Francisco Cerundolo was more of a mental battle than a brilliant display, and he made that clear with one honest quote: "Today was about surviving." Because yes, even the best in the world have days where things don't go perfectly, and Thursday in the California desert was one of those days. Despite the struggles, the Spaniard came through 6-3, 7-6-4, showing composure, cool head, and great tactical awareness. The weather didn't help. Cold and wind were key factors, and Alcaraz didn't shy away from admitting it. "I didn't strike the ball as clearly as yesterday, but I did what I had to do," he explained. And that says a lot. At the pro level, you don't win only with magic, you win with adaptability. The Spaniard may not have dazzled like he did against Dimitrov, but he got the job done with intelligence and experience, reading key moments and taking advantage of every error from the Argentine. In that sense, Alcaraz left us with a reflection that defines his tennis maturity. Tennis is about winning. It doesn't matter how you do it, you can't always play incredible tennis, every day or every month. That quote doesn't just show his growth, it speaks to a reality every athlete faces. Some days you're not at 100%, but you still have to show up and fight. That's what Carlitos did, and that's why this win matters even more. Throughout the match, it was clear he wasn't as comfortable as in earlier rounds. At times, he lost his timing, made unusual errors, and gave up the initiative. But when it mattered most, his best version showed up: strong serving, tireless defense, and fighting for every point like it was his last. That resilience is what makes him a true title contender. Indian Wells is not just one of the most coveted tournaments, it's also one of the most generous in terms of prize money. For the 2025 edition, the California Masters 1000 is handing out a staggering $19,387,080 in total, split evenly between the men's and women's draws. And within that big pot, one prize shines: what the champion takes home. If Carlos Alcaraz manages to defend his title and lift the trophy for a third time in the California desert, he'll earn $1,201,125. That's a 9.19% increase from what he earned for winning the event in 2024. Not bad for a week's work, though we all know it's backed by years of physical, mental, and technical grind. Just for context, the Indian Wells runner-up takes home $638,750, and semifinalists earn at least $354,850. Even quarterfinalists get $202,000. Of course, not all the numbers are up, early round prizes dropped compared to previous editions. For example, first round losers now earn $25,375, which is 15.56% less than in 2024. Still, this is one of the tournaments that's grown most economically in the last decade. Since 2012, the total prize money has jumped 106.47%. In this context, Carlos Alcaraz isn't just the favorite by level, he's become the great Spanish hope at Indian Wells. While his countrymen have fallen one by one, Bautista, Martinez, Carballes, and Munar all went out in round one, and Davidovich battled injuries, Carlitos stands firm. Even on the women's side, it's been tough. Former champ Paula Badosa had to withdraw due to back pain, and Jessica Buzas lost a hard-fought three-setter against Potapova. So now, Alcaraz carries the Spanish flag on his own, with the pride and pressure of representing a country with a rich tennis tradition. His road to the title won't be easy, but if he pulls it off, he'll earn not only another prestigious trophy but also a big payday, further cementing his status as one of the sport's brightest stars. And most importantly, he'll prove, once again, that he was made for the biggest stages. And that wraps up our deep dive into everything happening at Indian Wells, where Carlos Alcaraz continues to leave his mark with his tennis, his mindset, and his ambition. With a whole country behind him, and $1 million prize on the line, the Mercian is chasing glory once again. Can he defend his title and be crowned champion for a third time? Will this be a new turning point in his career? Let us know what you think in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and turn on notifications. We bring you tennis like you were right there on court. See you in the next episode, with more passion, more analysis, and more Carlos Alcaraz.